So it was starting off as sex myths.
Uh-huh.
And now we're going to talk about G-spots.
Oh, yeah.
And this was so fucking fascinating to me. And I am like so pumped to
Let's talk about it. I'm excited.
I'm looking for all the baddies all over the world. Ladies, where my baddies at? I'm bad. You bad. Way bad. Where my baddies at? I'm bad. You bad.
Welcome to the Not So Secret Lives podcast. I'm your host, Shan.
Shan. And I'm your host, Karina.
Audio guy Sean.
Audio guy Sean. Sorry. You could re-record that. I just
No, I love it.
So good.
Oh my
Let's
God.
fucking go. Okay, we took a week off because I have depression. Sometimes I count life. And last week just so happened to be one of those weeks because I have a lot going on. I'm selling my house. I've got work things. I've got life things. And, you know, just shit's going down. And depression is just a part of my life. And so it just, I feel like it does suck. It does suck. And Karina's seen me at some times that have been.
Yeah.
But we should have an episode about mental health and like mental health awareness.
Absolutely.
That'd be a good one, I feel.
I think so too.
We can have depressed people on, like me. Star of the show. Bam, bam. We'll all be like, we're just fucking sad.
Jesus.
Anywho, so now we're back. The things are good. We cannot know what we both have so much going on right now. Karina is leaving on Saturday.
Yep. Going to Mexico for a week. It'll be fun with my kiddos and some family.
Don't worry, I'll take care of your friend for you.
I was going to say,
You better take care of her.
while she's gone, I'll just be like in the fetal position crying because
It's so
my husband is leaving me.
For real. It's so weird because, like, we don't think about it too much until we're there. Because when you went to go to North Carolina to see your son and your grandson and your daughter-in-law, in my head, I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be fine. Da-da-da. And then I was, like, having withdrawals. I had to be on the phone with you all the time.
I was going to say, can we talk about the amount of times that we
FaceTimed a bunch. And then you came home early from your trip.
I did.
Because I don't have that. I can't come home early. But we were both like, we just miss you.
Oh, my gosh. Well, my trip is like 2 weeks long.
That's true.
And toward the end, my other son was like, Mom, I cannot sit in a house with a newborn baby any longer. I need to go home.
Your others came with you.
Yeah.
About that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, babe.
she's abandoning me. Okay. Yes.
Should we get into it?
We should fucking get into it. Let's absolutely do.
Into it. What are we talking about?
I was going to just say, do we know what we're talking about? We can't know. We are talking about... Okay, so we're going to talk about, what's it called? Sex myths.
Sex myths?
Yeah, like random. So like, for instance, do you remember ever hearing the myth that like if you have sex on your period, you can't get pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not true.
False. Yeah. Or like that you can't get pregnant when you're breastfeeding.
Oh, yeah. No, you totally can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So just like things like that. So I found some that were a little more like I had heard and I hadn't heard, but like
I'm interested.
thought would be interesting to talk about.
Let's hear them.
So the first one, which I think is like a huge... I feel like this episode is going to go a couple of different ways.
Okay.
Because I think it's going to go to like stereotypes also.
Oh.
In certain things.
I mean, it's a big old game of telephone myths.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well, and like just in general. But okay, so the first one is that men are always up for sex. I think that that's something that you think about when you're younger more, is that your man is always like, like I am like, want to bone every second of every minute of every day, whatever, you know?
Well, is like, don't men hit their peak at a younger age,
They do.
and women hit it a little bit later, and maybe that's why we feel that way. That
Right.
we're always up for sex
Yeah.
when we're younger, and we're
And it
not
just kind of-
necessarily.
Yeah. It just stays
the time.
programmed in our brain forever.
Yeah.
This is like a hard one for you and I to like have an opinion about because we have never, I don't think, been in the mindset of like someone wants it more than us kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, I when I was younger and in a relationship, like there, I will say I have not always been.
This
Yes,
Spicy.
like there were months where
spicy.
I was not in the mood.
Right.
Did not want to have sex.
Yeah.
It
Well, and it's so different for relationships too, I feel.
I think so,
like people scheduling their times of like that they're having sex or whatever.
well, I feel like even being in a relationship now, I'd be like, nope, need it.
Oh, now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel that now this was more of a thing. I think that like when we were younger, we were always like, all dudes think about is sex all the time and bleh.
Yeah. I think that's like what a lot of movies portray too.
Totally.
Like it's just
And like social media and media in general. And like, again, the stereotypes
yeah.
of like
Women
men.
can be up for it all the time too.
Absolutely.
You know, plenty of women, younger,
Yeah.
middle-aged, older.
We have to do an episode about stereotypes because it's so crazy to me that like we're guilty of it, but we'll talk about things in like mid conversation. I'm like, actually, we can do that. Like we can't like men are pieces of shit because they do this. And then I'm like, oh wait, actually hold please. Because like I'm pretty guilty of that myself. Like,
I know it's given a lot of clarity on just not, it's like everyone is their own person and just not being judgmental or anything like that. And just
is so right.
people love sex. People don't love sex. Express yourself however you want.
Well, and just people are just who they are in general. Like let's not be so quick to judge.
But I think that kind of comes with experience and opening yourself up to that mindset.
Yeah.
But
No.
because
Yeah.
I'll admit I was like pretty close-minded, younger, but it took some time.
Yeah.
That's growing up in Utah, though.
That's
too,
so
a lot.
true.
And
I
growing up
mean,
LDS and like having to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true. And there's a lot of shame around it,
Oh,
too,
yeah.
being in Utah and like having to deal with that. But anyway, so it says that many people, especially women, believe that men are always ready to have sex, which is completely untrue.
Mm-hmm.
While men may have a higher sex drive than women, that does not mean that they always are ready for a ride. I'm always ready for a ride. That's not true. Lately, I'm like, I can't. The stress. Oh my God. Maybe someone needs to come fuck it out of me. I don't know.
I think if you're not using it, you're losing it.
I am starting to believe that because the last couple of times I've done it, it's been like, meh,
Oh
pretty subpar.
no, it sucks.
It does suck. Okay.
You should go do it more, babe.
I need to just find someone that's good at it.
That too. That too.
Erectile dysfunction is a normal part of getting older. So that is a common misconception as well.
How so?
So it says here, anyone experiencing erectile issues should see a medical professional, obviously, to find out the cause.
Can't it happen in
So yeah, it's a thing that can just like happen, and there's no more of like a percentage of people getting it like younger rather than old. I think it is like a little bit higher for men that are older, but it's like
Does it have
a
to
pretty
do with
known thing.
testosterone level?
It doesn't.
Or no?
I didn't read any of that. Like I didn't get into like the science of it or anything, but like it says that once the cause of erectile dysfunction is found, whether that is psychological, physical, or a mixture of both, there are many treatments, methods, and methods to help with the symptoms. So in another article I read, it also was saying that like men are just so proud in general, and having erectile dysfunction is like such a thing that like men are just proud of their fucking penises. Like that's all there is to it. Like I have a penis besides Sean, but they're like, I have a penis. I know how to use it. Like that is a big point of like bragging for a lot of men, a lot of really sexual men. So if they can't perform, they don't want to like tell people that they can't. They don't want to seek professional help because it's embarrassing and it's like an ego thing. But there are so many like treatments and things that they can do. And sometimes, just like you said, it's like a lack of testosterone and like they just need like an injection or whatever. Yeah. So it's not. I feel like as I was doing the research. Sorry.
I like that you said about the mental part too, because like I can totally see that being like a mental thing, like just in their heads.
I have psyched myself out of orgasms because they've been so in my head.
I feel like women psych themselves out of orgasms more than men do. But I can totally see it happening with men. I think that's why women are always like, did I come? I don't know if I can, because we're so in our head because we have a million different things going on. Like, so I can see that more in women than men, but it's totally plausible.
Well, yeah. And for like men to not get hard, I think a lot of it is like psychological, and especially when there's like so much pressure. But to me, it's like, I kind of want to bring a little bit of like, not even awareness, but just like, we don't care. No. Just like go figure out what's going on. Like, no one is going to judge you.
No.
You want a guy's standpoint on this who actually is dealing with this currently?
Yeah,
sure.
So typically when men have issues with getting hard, it's direct correlation with the testosterone level.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's rare that someone has like what you would consider a normal or high testosterone level and still can't get hard. That's usually like a mental or emotional damage type thing. So like for me, mine was when I was younger, and I was like really into the gym scene, I was doing like steroid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't do it correctly.
Oh, well, nobody did back in the day.
Well, no, like
everyone was just like pump it up.
Well, no, like because there's things you can take like and to safely do it, you just can't like. You can't go on these like year runs of just constantly jabbing yourself every day.
Yeah.
So like I did it by like a safe like regimen type deal. But where I screwed up was the post-cycle therapy, and I ignored that. And that's where that's where like a man's balls are like growing back or, you know, shrinking down to regular size. Like the body in itself is starting to reset itself. So like it's evening out the testosterone level with the estrogen level.
Okay.
And I ignored all that. So like I damaged my own self. So and then on top of that, like if men who like gain a lot of weight really quick, that's usually a sign of like low testosterone.
Yeah.
And so like for me personally, I'm actually talking with someone who about doing like injections to help me out. I don't know what my levels are. I'm waiting for blood to come back.
Yeah.
But that's typically like, you guys are not wrong. But like from a guy standpoint, you know, like
that's where it starts.
Well,
yeah.
And like statistically in the US, like we have to be put on so many more like hormones that are going to fix our body because of all of the hormones and shit that are being pumped into our food and all of the shit that we're eating constantly. We can have a whole other fucking topic on that, but like
all of that is
true.
100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's why we are getting testosterone shots, and women are starting menopause earlier, and girls are starting their periods earlier, and
or not able to get pregnant.
That's
earlier
exactly
at like such an
right.
age. I've known a handful of women in their 20s, perfectly healthy.
Yeah.
And they're having a hard time getting pregnant.
But they're either thinking that they're having a hard time, or the fucking big pharma is telling them that they're having a hard time so that they will get the shots and they will do the treatments and they will do the things.
Yeah.
That's a whole other fucking thing. But like,
really
as far as the erectile dysfunction things go, and for women too that like can't get turned on, just go see a physician. Go see like a naturopathy person and like get on the right path. If that's like your drug of choice to do that route, do it. If you want the easy way out, which I take the easy way out, I could probably, well, I don't know.
I think for men though, specifically, testosterone, I mean, it's a hormone that they need. And I've seen it change men in like such a great way when they need it. You know, like
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, go to an endocrinologist, like find or your physician and get the blood work done and like run the panels. And it's not something you should ever be ashamed of.
No.
And I just, I liked doing this topic because there were so many things that I was like, okay, but there's so much more to this.
Yeah.
Like that first one was like kind of light and funny and,
Yeah.
but this, like, there's like a serious thing behind it. Like, don't ever have shame around that you feel like you can't perform.
Yeah.
Because once it gets to a point where you like can't get quote unquote hard or whatever, then you're going to just start getting in your head and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. So just go see a physician, figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And so that's that one. I'm sorry, Sean, I totally cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, like, whether you're single or married or in a relationship, if you really, really want to like turn on a guy, like spice it up. Like if your
I
sex
totally
life,
agree.
like when I was married, like my sex life consists of my ex-wife laying on her back. That's it. That's all we did.
See, and with one of my exes, long-term exes, it was spicy and fun all the time. And it wasn't even that it was like super spicy, but we were constantly like checking in and, feeding off of what each other's love languages were. And so we had like the most amazing sex life for a very long period of time. And, there's so much that goes into it. It does take a lot of work. And I just,
Go get checked.
yeah, just to close it out, like just there should not be any shame. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you are with a partner who is shaming you for it, like maybe go to a counselor together and talk about it with like a therapist and then just go to a doctor. Like just get some shit figured out.
I will say though, I think a lot of men now are going and like figuring it out.
I mean, I think a lot of the men in the circle of men that we are around too, but I know that there's still a lot of shame in the like majority of the country.
Yeah.
Men are just very proud.
Yeah.
Like I am very proud. I'm a very proud person.
I am too.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. You can always tell when you have an STD.
Nope.
That is false.
That is false.
I am proud to say I have never had an STD.
Me either.
Same.
But when you read up on it,
then you all of a sudden feel that you have all the things.
well, there's so many like, and it differs between men and women. Like women can go and men can go a very long time without any symptoms.
So that's exactly
So
what
unless
this
you're
says.
getting checked regularly, which I recommend,
Oh, same.
especially if you're being sexually active.
Yeah. So this says sometimes STDs can go unnoticed due to an incubation time before they really become active in the body. However, there are some STDs that you never have signs and you're just a carrier for it.
Yeah.
So just like if you are sexually active with multiple partners and you're not using protection, like
Even if you are using
the
protection,
world a favor.
Yeah.
Like get tested.
even if you are using protection, which I do, like I still get tested every 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, because I am psycho and I am
And I
paranoid
just
and
assume all of my partners are clean. And then I get tested. I'm like, oh, thank God. Praise Jesus. My intuition was right.
I am like overly anxious about it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one says you can get an STD from a toilet seat. STI. I'm sorry. Back in the fucking day, back in my day, it was an STD. I'm calling it an STD.
Oh, did they?
They changed it to STI. Nobody calls it STDs anymore except for me because I'm old school.
Maybe it's an STI now because they have medication.
Well, right. 'Cause
like-
infection instead of disease. Yeah. But still, it'll be STD in my book forever. Eminem said so. So it says that STDs don't spread on toilet seats. And ones that spread through contact of bodily fluids don't survive outside of the body for long enough to be transmitted through sitting on them through a toilet seat.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Science is so fucking fascinating.
I'm so paranoid about all that stuff.
I know. Well, yeah.
We share chapstick, which is fine, but like,
Yeah, but I don't have cold sores and you don't either.
no, I don't.
And I don't have the herp and you don't either, so.
No. But like mascara, It's a weird thing for me.
Oh
I can't,
my
I
God.
can't share mascara.
Can we talk for a second about how I can use your eyeshadow brush, but I can't use your fucking mascara? You put your goddamn eye drops into my eyeball the other day, but I can't use your mascara.
I don't know.
I'm like, whatever, babe. No, I can't care less, but like, it's so fucking funny to me. And I was like, literally, if I was like, hey, Karina, I'd like to touch my eyeball on your eyeball, you'd be like, okay. Use my mascara? Absolutely fucking not.
I don't know why it's a thing. I think
Oh my God.
I researched lice
Hey, babe,
too
we
hard
all
one
have
time,
our
and I'm like, there can be lice in your eyelashes, like, and I freaked out.
Okay, do you remember the other day when you came to my house and I was minding my own business and you came up on me like a fucking monkey and you were like digging through my hair and you're like, oh, you've got some dry spots. And I was like, did you think it was lice? You're like, yeah. I was like, this bitch is so paranoid about fucking lice.
My kids had
But
2
you-
lice breakouts in their daycare last summer.
Okay,
Thank God
and
they didn't
we
get it because I was
them.
fucking paranoid.
Oh,
as
I know.
shit.
I know you were, because we had to check your kids every 5 seconds and I had to go through with like a goddamn magnifying glass. And then you were like, I'm itching. And I'm like, oh my God, let me check. I checked you like 20 times in a day once. I was like, calm the fuck down. You do not have lice.
Fucking thing for me. I'm sorry.
And if I did, I was like, fuck it. They like it there.
No, I would be like,
You would probably disown me.
I could not come over.
You're like, I'm never coming over again.
I know.
You would never come to my house again.
No.
Be like a decade later. Oh my God.
I get your
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how the
All right.
fuck we got on lice, but you can't get an STD from a fucking toilet seat.
Great.
Moral of the story.
I always thought that was true.
Oh my gosh. I know. I did too. So I actually started like segueing in my research even from sex myths to these other random facts that I found. I'm just like so fascinated by like all of these like facts and things. I know, so do I. Okay, so there is no correlation between shoe size and penis size. There's also no correlation between hand size or ear size. I've never heard the ear one.
Ear size.
Yeah, I never heard
What
that
does
one.
that even mean? I can attest to the shoe size thing.
The last dude that I slept with had the biggest fucking hands I've ever seen and not the biggest penis I've ever seen. So
I think women also
was
think
like,
like, oh, you're so tall, you're gonna have a really big dick. No,
okay, well, he was very, very tall and
know.
had the biggest fucking hands. And I was like, wah, wah.
sometimes those short kings, man, have the biggest dick.
Oh, it's so true. Well, that's not true because I mean, for you, yeah. But short king to
no,
you
that's fine.
and to us is like 5'10", which is that short king status?
For us, well, no, I should say short king as in like 5'8" to 5'10" being the tallest.
Wait, what's short king?
Shorter than me.
What?
I don't know this.
Short king is like any short dude that's like cute and hot and like
Has a big dick.
and just in general, like got it going on.
Yeah. Has that.
I don't deal with short
Aura.
kings.
Now I know what I need to base my life.
Be like, hey baby, I'm a short king. Come here, mama.
You're not that short.
I'm actually 6'4",
Yeah, you are.
5'9" in height and 7 inches down below.
Yes, king.
No,
We got it. We got it figured out.
I will completely agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was as far as I got before I got distracted by another article that came up.
What was the article?
So it was starting off as sex myths,
Uh-huh.
and now we're going to talk about G-spots.
Oh, yeah.
And this was so fucking fascinating to me, and I am like so pumped to
Let's talk about it. I'm excited.
Okay, so here you go, fellas. This is to help out all the men out there.
Are you going to show or tell us where to find the clitoris?
I am going to tell you exactly where you can find the woman's G-spot. Okay?
Let's hear it.
I'm excited.
From hither motion.
Literally.
All right. So the G-spot for women is an area of increased sensitivity and erotic pleasure located in the front of the vagina wall.
Yep.
Pull up a diagram, fellas. Check for the front of the vagina wall. Do your lady a favor. Do your strange some favors. It is the tip. Yeah. It is typically reported to be about 2 to 3 inches inside of the vagina. So size does not actually fucking matter. Stimulating the G-spot can lead to a more intense orgasm for women, but women can also have an orgasm without hitting the G-spot. However, if you want to really give that like euphoric, out of this world, she blacks out for a minute, orgasm, 2 to 3 inches, front wall of the vagina, check it out, do the hook, scoop it in, don't like...
It's not this. It is this.
We're not like stabbing. We're caressing and giving some angle. And once she gets going, like if she likes it harder, then like really put that hook in and just fucking go for it.
That's why I squirt.
So that's why Crane is a squirter.
Get that G-spot.
It's probably why I did that time.
I know.
I'm like, if I ever orgasmed before, we cannot know.
My threesome?
Kidding, I actually did. Yeah.
It was, like I know that he knew how to do it because he had laid down a towel before
like, I
he
got you.
started. And I was like, what's happening right now? And then he started going. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, and afterwards, I was like, oh my God. Because I didn't realize that he had put a towel down. I was like, oh my God, totally made a mess. And he's like, nope, no, you didn't. I was like, okay, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. But seriously, like, oh, it's so good. Like, and seriously, if somebody knows how to find it, like, to me, it's more with fingering.
Yes. You can, like it said, you can still orgasm without getting fingered, but to hit that G-spot correctly, unless you have like a curved dick that just like does
knows
that for you,
where it's going.
Like the fingers, the come hither motion is key.
Come hither.
Come hither.
Come here. So, but another unfair thing, of course. But I mean, unfair, but kind of fair. Because for women, the G-spot is obviously harder to find, and you have to do it with more foreplay than you do with actual fucking.
Right.
So then another thing that I read that was so fucking fascinating to me is how to turn your woman on. I was like, okay, okay. The 7 most erogenous zones on a woman are the ears, fingertips, never heard that, palms, nipples, inner thigh, clitoris, A-spot, and bottom of the feet.
A-spot?
A-spot?
What is that?
Question mark? Have you never heard that term before?
No.
Because neither had I. So, did a little Google research. The A-spot, while there are plenty of discussions about the G-spot, not many people are familiar with the A-spot and the amount of pleasure that it can bring. It presents on the lower side of your vaginal opening. The region is filled with nerve endings. When having sex with your partner with penetration, focus your pressure on the vaginal front wall. If you're using a dildo, do the same as you slide it inside and out.
Oh, I've had that done.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a whole other, like, aside from the G-spot, kind of by the G-spot, but it can happen with penetration.
So they're like holding down your stomach as they're...
Yes. Oh, so you did that in your threesome, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had it done before too, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, but it's great.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, ladies.
Like, oh, this is amazing and new and all great things. And it is an amazing orgasm.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Oh, for sure. So I say ladies, but I should say ladies and gentlemen. This is another new little technique that we can use to give pleasure.
Love.
Oh, it's so great. Like if you actually like did a little bit of like 1, talking to your partner, figuring out what they love. 2, like a little bit of Google research. Like you can really like pull out some fucking tricks out of that magic hat and do the damn thing.
And the thing is that they're both not that hard to do.
No. And if you're like confident and you're not like fucking stabbing and jabbing and like, if you're like being sensual and like getting to the point where you're understanding what's feeling good for your partner, like totally achievable.
I agree.
Yeah. So those were I was like so excited about the A spot thing. And like when I was thinking about how this episode was going to go and being like A spot and being like, oh, you don't know what an A spot? I don't either. I was like so pumped about that.
I've never heard it called that before.
Oh my God, I haven't either.
It was just done to me and I was like, cool.
Oh, I know. I remember you talking about it. It was fantastic.
I told you, huh? How
Yes, you did.
it. And I was like,
And you're like, hold please. And I said, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh, I loved it. It's so good.
oh, that's funny.
Okay, so now that we've got everyone knows, like, it's pretty fucking clear if you're sexually active that women have a G-spot.
Yeah.
Like, and that men can find it. Another stereotypical thing that we talk about with men.
I think, hold please. I think men who want to pleasure the woman and want to also have pleasure, like actually
Put the effort in.
put the effort in.
Yeah.
It's not just all about them. It's about person that they're doing it with too.
No, I agree.
And that is like, honestly, the best.
So other things that I was also like kind of back to the like fingertips, palms,
Yeah, that was the fingertips. I don't get.
and bottom of the feet.
Palms. Don't fucking touch my feet.
See, oh, babe, I understand the assignment. I don't know if other people do, but yeah, I understand
There
that
have
you
been a
are
few
not.
men that I'm like, they do it and I'm like, oh, no,
Send help.
don't do that.
I know. I kind of like am interested though. I want someone to like caress my fingertips or something in my palm.
I think that's why like scratching backs and stuff, like
Maybe.
so good.
Yeah. Maybe it's more of like an us thing where we're getting stimulation from touching.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can see the palm thing though.
Yeah. Like rubbing or like touching
Yeah.
and caressing.
And the nipple thing, obviously.
well, yeah. All the other ones made sense, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The fingertips.
Yeah.
That's
that
a
was
new one.
little- yeah.
For sure.
Okay. But for men, I loved this. I loved every second of this. We have talked about this,
Yeah.
but the more I went down a fucking rabbit hole, and this shit to me was like fantastic.
Tell me.
Male G spots.
Yes. Let's hear it.
I love
I
this.
want to know if I know.
Yeah, I hope you do. I do. I feel like you do. You do. It is also known as the P spot, and the P referring to the prostate. So kind of in the same like hook mannerism as with women. That's the same thing we're doing to men.
Yep.
So massaging or putting pressure on it reportedly brings sexual pleasure and produces a specific type of male orgasm, which is said to be different from the penile-induced orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
The prostate-induced orgasm are described to be more of a widespread, deeper, and maybe like a full body experience orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a couple of ways that you could do this, and I know this from experience, not from what I've read. So the prostate is like basically where the taint, yes. It's like right toward the end, close to the butthole. Like if you put pressure on it while you're fucking, like the chances of them getting off like very quickly are really high.
Yeah.
If you can be with a dude
Who's
like
comfortable enough.
who is comfortable enough letting that shit happen, just hook it in. It is, when I tell you it is like a fucking button,
Oh, it totally is.
it's like you touch it, you rub a little bit, like a half a circle, and they're like, ah.
Yep. My favorite, if
Oh,
a
it's
man
so good.
will let me do that, is while I'm giving them head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll do that. And like, it is,
Oh, it's
quick.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like to me, I like feel so fucking accomplished when it happens. I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, you're
stand up.
welcome.
But yeah, my hair and my like imaginary cape are like blowing in the wind.
Imagine how men feel when they
Oh,
do it for us.
1,000%. It's so funny to me because like that's exactly how I
I
felt.
like that too, where I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
did
like
it.
where they just like come in general, and I'm like, cool. Like that was what you were meant to do. Like, so it says how to find the male G spot, which I pretty much just described,
Yeah.
but this is more of like an in depth
Yes,
look of
explain.
how to. Yeah,
For our listeners who
Yeah.
may not know.
true. It's quite easy to find the male G spot. During a standard prostate examination, the prostate is usually detected by inserting a lubricated finger into the anus and going approximately 2 inches inside the rectum and pressing the finger toward the belly and in an upward direction.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do like a whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Literally just like being fingered for a woman.
I know. It's crazy. 2 inches.
Ta-da.
So we're not so different.
Yeah.
No.
So, and all
Ours is just in our vagina. Yours is in your butt.
Yep. And all you kings out there with 2-inch dicks, like, have no shame. You're hitting that G spot.
Just got to angle.
Real good.
Got to angle the girl right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'll be honest. I put my dick on hospice.
Well, my vagina's there too, believe me.
Mine's
And Karina keeps telling me if you don't use it, you lose it. And I'm like, I don't fucking care
I
anymore.
don't think that's true at all.
It actually will. It depends because there's conflicting scientific facts about it.
you
I
don't
think-
We
lose
cannot
it.
know.
You just don't
You just don't want it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
It's not that you lose
I
it.
think that's more mental.
You totally, every fucking thing in this world, I do not care who you are, everything is mental. Every fucking thing. These topics give me just like so much more that I want to talk about. Like, I want to talk about like, I need to go to college to be a fucking human biologist. I don't even know what the goddamn it's called.
Psychiatrist.
Like a psychologist. Like, I want to know everything there is to know about like the human body and like why we do the things that we do, why our mind works the way that it does, why your penis works the way that it does. Like, I want to know everything that there is to know.
I'll be your cadaver.
Thank you.
Well, they've done a lot of research on men,
Yeah.
not so much on women.
Well,
So
I got you, girls.
that's what.
Gotta wait till
Yeah.
Braille is out of the house.
Yeah.
I'm an empty nester and then I'm going to school and I'm learning everything there is to know.
Love that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a lot of fun for me because, I mean, it's always fun for me. Good times.
Good times.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, Karina?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just love you so much.
I love you too, babe. Ba-ba-da-da.
Woo.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds can stack back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines, one too many times, wicked games we play, make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude.